Hello, 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 Facebook Live. I hope all is well with each and every last one of you. I'm going to wait a little bit and I'm going to wait for you guys to come on in and join me so we can have grown folks conversation, as I would call it. You guys can see me. If you can see me, I know there's going to be a delay, but just let me know. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So feel free to share this out. We're going to have some grown folks conversation this early afternoon. And the reason why I need to come on here, because so many people reach out to me. Hello, Robin. Hello, Shirley. How are you guys doing? And so why you need to have your hands in this book, not just for you, but for somebody that you may know. So go ahead. I'm going to share this out right now. And this is just stemming from how people have reached out to me regarding it. Hello, Katina, honey. How are you regarding this book? And I'm just like really still to this day, I'm blown away. Because this is the same book that I was so afraid of putting out there, because I'm giving you not only me, I'm giving you a piece of me. Hello, how are you, hon? I'm giving you a piece of me, and at the same time, I know it's going to be something that's going to be beneficial because I've overcome so much, and some people are still going through, and so this is why I'm so honored to be able to share more of my journey so people can know that, you too, you could be able to overcome those situations that you are currently experiencing in your life right now. So I just shared it out. I thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Vanessa Canteberry, and I am the founder of Inspired by Vanessa. And one of the things that I do, I teach people the most important thing. I teach people the importance of breaking down the mindset of that W-2, because it's leaving us broken in life and in business. Hello, B. How are you, hon? And so when I finally released my book, remind you, I held on to this book for 5 years. 5 years because I was in a place where I had just lost my brother. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you're getting notifications because, Facebook be tripping sometimes. And so sometimes, we hold on to stuff that we know we need to release in order for us to move forward, in order for us to be free, in order for us to be able to heal. And I held on to this book for 5 years. I started writing this book after I lost my brother in 2010. But I know that, yes, come on, girl, I'm going to give it to you. And so coming from a place where I come from, of being raised in poverty, raised in brokenness, raised in where people don't support you, raised in a place where there's too much backstabbing in your own household, in your family, in your circle, all of that. Yeah. I come from that, right? I've come from so much judgmental where it leaves you in a place where you just like, dang, I am not worth nothing. You lose yourself in other people's decision of what they placed on you. Yeah, I said it. You lose yourself because other people that you thought was in your circle, you thought that should have had your best interest, those same people, those are the people that stabbed you in your back but said it in your face. Yeah, those people. I come from that, right? I come from it because I thought that those people that's supposed to love me, those people that's supposed to provide for me, those people would not do anything to be able to hurt me, to be able to put me in a position where I would not want the best for myself. But at the same time, they don't want the best for me because they don't want the best for themselves. Yeah. I come from that. And how many more people have come from that? How many more people can relate to that? And so this is why I come from that position of being stuck, being broken, being confused, being in a place where I was boxed in for so long. So when I say that W-2 mindset, is that W-2 mindset in life and in business. That stuff that you experience in your young life, in your adult life, in your teen life, in your early on life, it will show up in your adult life, right? And so it shows up in our adult life because we ran from it. We covered it up. right? We covered it up so much, right? We turned around and kept being busy so much where we was just like, okay, we'll get over, we'll just move past it. But in reality, if you don't face those things that hurt you, that held you hostage, that held you in bondage, that feeling, that inkling feeling where you are so broken, how can you heal? We have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be honest with ourselves. And so the crazy thing is that we as individuals, we have to understand we already have the power. We truly have the power, but we don't have the power because we keep giving it away. Right? You have to stop giving it away. And when you make that decision of stop giving your power away to somebody else who don't even know their own power, their own strength, their own worth, you feeding into their mess. Right? And so that's where this book was birthed. It was birthed because I was that teen mom. I was so broken. I was a baby raising babies, and I had no direction and I had no inspiration. I had nothing. It was like brokenness on top of brokenness. And so when I felt myself that I need to separate myself from those people, is sometimes you just got to go through the divorce of the family, friends, circle, all of that. Yes, you will. In order for you to be able to heal you, the inner. You could cover it up with all the makeup. You could cover it up with all the weave. You could cover it up with all the, I'm just saying, we got to keep it real here. This is grown folks conversation, right? So we could cover it up with all of that. But at the same time, we still broken on the inside. Make sense? We're broken on the inside because we choose not to face reality of the situation at hand. And so I come to you to say, Breaking the Cycle of Brokenness is the book that it blew my mind. And I'm telling you, when the chapter came about, not the chapter, the name of the book came about, it was when I was writing. I was in this place when I was writing. I tell people all the time, listen to that silent voice, okay? I was writing. And when I was writing, the name Breaking the Cycle of Brokenness wasn't even on that paper, but I typed it out. And that's how I knew that breaking the cycle of brokenness is something that's going to free not only me, but free many. And it did. When I pressed print, so this book could go out, when I hit submit, so this book could be able to be reviewed, when I turned around and accepted the order, I was free. I was free from that brokenness. I accepted the fact that I went through those darkest days in my life where even though I thought they was going to understand, but they turned the other way, I understood because I didn't want this for my babies, right? I don't want my children to feel this pain. I don't want them to go through the brokenness and experience that same pain that I experienced. So I had to do the work on me. So with me doing the work on me, it wound up producing a book that was a prayer for my babies. Right? And so within me producing a book, it allowed me to be able to present the Breaking the Cycle of Brokenness that went bestseller. The book that people thought that it should not go out. The book that people told me that no, it's not going to be worth it. The book where people try to rip me off. The book where people try to change my story. That book, yes. That book. And so I don't want that generational curse. I don't want that to come into my household. I don't want it to show up in my children's household. I don't want it to show up in my grandchildren's household. So I had to take the hit so I could be healed, so I could be able to tell them, show them that it's possible to be free from your brokenness. You could be free from your brokenness no matter how old you are, what path you are on, the chapter that you may seem that this is where you're stuck and where you're not going to move forward, but you can be healed. You just got to be willing to do the work. You cannot be in that relationship. And I wrote a chapter in this book. It's called, Would You Date You? Yes, I said it. Would you date you? So if you feel that somebody could benefit, go ahead and share this out. Would you date you? Thank you so much for the hearts and the likes. I'm loving this. Thank you very, very much. Would you date you? Oftentimes we turn around and get in these relationships and we done attracted who we are. Yeah, I said that too. We attract who we are. If you broken, what makes you think you're not going to attract another broken person, or eventually that person will pick up that brokenness? Hello? I'm just saying. Broke people hurt other broke people. Broke people hurt other broke people. So, Would You Date You talks about something, hello Kimberly, something that a lot of people are afraid to deal with. They're afraid to date themselves. They're afraid to get to know the inner being of themselves. They're afraid to be able to accept their own reality of whatever they are experiencing. They're afraid to accept that they continue to go down this path of having relationship after relationship, and that relationship keep constantly leaving them broken. They keep running to the same knuckleheads. They're not moving forward because they haven't moved forward. You attract who you are. Yeah, I said that too. So how much more are you going to continue to allow other people to break you when you are not willing to be able to work on you? I hope that makes sense. When are you going to accept the fact that you are worth taking yourself out to date yourself, to love yourself, to embrace yourself, to know that you have so much in you that you will be able to bring something absolutely amazing to the table for that next person? That's a person who's supposed to be in your life, in your space, that's going to push you, pray for you, and to be able to protect you like those that you thought should have. But this person have been through some things to understand those, that you are a precious gem. Yeah, that book, Would You Date You, is a something that I wind up telling I have older children. And I tell my kids all the time, make sure you remember when you're dating or when it's time for you to be married, make sure you work on you. You don't need to get with anybody else to be able to complete you when you should be completed long before them. Yeah, that book. We are some broken people, and we need to be able to own that brokenness. But at the same time, let's go ahead and fix it. Let's fix it. Let's heal from it. People are killing each other every day because of their brokenness in their homes. It starts at home. I'm a believer of that. Your brokenness starts at home, right? So if it starts at home, then what would you do when you leave your home to go able to build your own home? And then next, you know, you have not dealt with those situations because you done brought that demon into your household. And now you got to face that demon because you didn't face it in the old home before you moved to this new home. And so now you want to get the sages and everything else. And that home is still like all messed up. It's in a title, Desmond. It's called Would You Date You? You could be able to get an autographed copy on my website. I think I put the link in the top or bottom. I don't remember. I'm sorry, honey. Top or bottom on my website, InspiredByVanessa.com. And then if you go to the store, you'll be able to find it, or hit bit.ly/free from brokenness. And so that's one of the chapters that I wrote in my book as well. Another chapter that I wrote about, as I speak to clients, it was interesting. And one lady, I said, you know what? You need to write your own Dear You letter. And she said, Dear You letter. What is that? I wrote a chapter in my book called Dear You. Dear You. We all have that person who we have ran into that turned around and supposed to have been in our corner, was not in our corner. And then they want to come back and show up in your life like nothing ever happened. Yeah, that Dear You. And so now you are explaining yourself to this person because they asked a question. And so now they want to know all the amazing things that you have done because you overcome so much and they know where you come from. But because they have a perception in their head of the person that you are, they feel that people cannot grow beyond that. But I'm sadly, we can grow beyond that. I grew beyond that, of the perception that somebody else done gave you of who I am. And that's not who I am, because I know in the depths of my soul, I'm more. And I had to do that work on me in my inner so I can be able to be more. So when that Dear You person came, yeah, it was many. Oh, it was many. And we feel that we moved on with our life, but it shows up again. When that person shows up in your life again, and now you looking at them sideways like, really? You want to be here now? Right now? And you want to, they already grown. You want me to, we got to be real with this thing here. And so I turned around and I wrote my own Dear You letter, and I didn't understand what Dear You. I was like, what is Dear You? Why does God keep telling me Dear You? And when I finished writing that chapter of Dear You, I understood why. That Dear You was for that person, to let them know that you don't validate me because I validate me. I'm no longer this person over here. I'm this person right here. And this person right here no longer belongs to you. Yeah, that Dear You letter. And so I want all, I wrote it in a book, and now I have it where it's to the point where I believe that everybody need to write their own Dear You letter. We need to release that off of us because we're too busy holding it hostage when we see that person who is now questioning our worth, what we've been doing, and want to be able to, they want to be able to benefit off our growth. Now, you know, there's so many people that want to benefit and want to be around you now because you've grown so much. And they're like, dang, you're not that person that's over there, that person that told me. But see, that's what happens when you move forward and you allow yourself to not become what they say. Remember, they don't matter. They don't. Because those people that matter are already in your circle, will stay in your circle in your darkest moments, in your darkest nights, when you're not even sure. Those people who's supposed to be there for you will stay there with you and walk you, pray, and pull you through it. Yeah, those people. And so that's one of the things that I wrote in there. I wrote about the power of forgiveness. We don't forgive enough. We don't. We are afraid to be able to forgive because we feel that they gonna get the benefit off of forgiveness. No, the forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. It's for you. You are holding on to some pain that they have penetrated in your being. And now here you are, what? Walking around miserable, and they went on and made the next person miserable. And so now the next person that came into your life and did the same thing again. And now what? Now you turned around and doing the same thing again. You have this cycle of constantly repeating where you don't forgive people because they hurt you in the worst way possible. But sometimes you're going to have to say, you know what? I have to honestly forgive you because it's not for you. It's for me. So I can be able to move forward, because at the end of the day, they will have somebody to answer to just like you do. Yes, I said it. You have to learn the power of forgiveness. I was so stuck in a place when somebody said to me about, I need to learn how to forgive. And you know, the first thing we say when somebody have hurt us so much, we say, dang, well, do you know what they did to me? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because they have those people that hurt you, them over there, they, when they do that, they do it because they are hurt. Hurt people hurt other people, so they have to hurt you. It's up to you if you're going to choose to carry that on with you. Make sense? It's up to you to choose if you're going to carry their pain with you, and now you have a bitterness inside of you where you don't want to forgive anybody, right? So yes, you have to move forward and you have to forgive. Go ahead. It's okay. Forgive. It's not for them. It's for you. And it's be okay with it. Be truly, truly okay with forgiving. I had to forgive some people that people were like, wait, did she go through that? People don't realize the things that I've been through. But I'm glad I don't look like what I've been through. Right? I'm glad I don't look like what I've been through, because I learned that I had to be able to get that off of me. That was never meant for me, but I no longer could hold that with me. So I can be able to move forward. So I can be able to grow. Yes, forgiveness. You have to do it. You have to forgive. You have to forgive. No matter how many times it happened, you have to forgive. You have to. Okay? Another thing that I wrote about in my book is believing in yourself. Now, this is probably going to step on some toes. If you want to share it out, feel free to share it out. But I'm going to step on the toes because we got this bad. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. I'm hoping. I hope you guys can still see me, hear me, all of that good stuff. Because my phone is about to get ready to die. Oh, Jesus. Let me know if you guys can still hear me and or see me. If not, I have to come back on. It looks like my phone's about to die. Shoot.